And so I've been telling him, if the other minister cannot deliver on Nambole, you should deliver on Nambole. The Honorable Matovu Charles, all the way from Busiro South.
People power, 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 power. People power. NUP, everywhere, everywhere. NUP, even here. NUP.
Alhaji Mulima Mayuni. I like the Mulima Mayuni name. I used to think it actually wasn't his name. And then I learned it is actually his name. This man answered a minister who was very stubborn, very cantankerous minister, who still to date is abducting our people. Chibuli. In fact, the other day, Honorable was telling us he was it in court, following up on some people who were still being abducted by this very cantankerous man. First, we appreciate you for unseating him. Hopefully you can chase him from the village, from the whole of Mokono, so that Chibule man disappears for good. But Honorable Mulima Mayuni, thank you for joining us this morning. We have mayors amongst us. Let me request the mayors to kindly stand. Yes, the entire team of mayors. I understand you were all introduced, led by the very able Honorable Florence Namai, Mayor of Masaka City, Governor. Very able, a woman, but extremely able. She has the energy of like 20 men.
People power, power, power. Our power, people power. Kunga Masaka kunga.
Okay, I'm told the rest were taken note of, but thank you. Even our neighbor from Rubanga here across, Mayor Zaki Mberose. The LC5 councillors and LC3, all councillors, please stand at once and we take note of your presence here. Those who are here. We did not invite many of them because this meeting was specifically for our registrars and focal persons. But thank you, our councillors who are here. Thank you for joining us. We want to congratulate our leaders, our registrars, our district focal persons, our sub-county focal persons at the different levels. We do congratulate you upon taking on these roles, and we do have a lot of hope in you. We hope you have hope in yourselves, because it's one thing for us to have hope in you, it's another for you to have a lot of hope in yourselves. The people in the districts where you come from have got a lot of hope in you. Because when you move across the country, when you go to Busoga, where our president led the team to yesterday, when you go to parts of northern Uganda and you see the poverty that is in that place, you people who are here from northern Uganda, your brothers and sisters in northern Uganda have a lot of hope in you. People who are from different parts of the country. Because the whole country is shattered economically, politically, and otherwise. So people have got hope in you. I know they've got hope in our president, but our president cannot be everywhere. As a party, and the party leadership, we might not be everywhere at the same time. We shall come and visit you. Our president is going to come to each of your districts to connect with you and the people that you live. But you, our leaders, are there on a daily basis. And so you are our ambassadors as a party. Please be good ambassadors. Please be good leaders. Be exemplary leaders. Do not be the reason some people say, you see these NUP leaders, this is how they behave. Please, be a good ambassador. And that's what we expect of you in the different parts of the country, including deep in the villages. Let people see you and desire the new Uganda we talk about. By just seeing the way you carry yourself, the way you lead your family, for those of you who have families, let it not be hard that you're the one who is fighting with your wife from the village. That you're the drunkard who has to be picked up on the road. Let it not be hard of us. It has not been hard at all. We have not had any stories yet, and that's why we have hope and trust in you. But our desire is that you continue to be that way. That you be disciplined leaders. That you be leaders with integrity. Let it not be you cheating people, grabbing people's land, because now you have become powerful. And so you connive with land grabbers to steal people's land. That's another challenge we have in our country, in different parts of the country. Let you be different. Let it be you fighting for those whose land is being grabbed. Let it be you fighting for the old people, the widows who are being chased out of their houses by some rich, gluttonous people. Let it be you fighting for people whose rights are being taken away. So let's exude discipline. It's important as leaders, so that people continuously see an image of the real credible government is waiting. And that can only be done by you in those different places where you are. Because you're the ones going to market NUP, to the market women, to the vendors, to the farmers, deep in the villages, wherever. You are ambassadors. Please be good ambassadors. As our Secretary General has mentioned, the regime is going to try severally to buy you off. Because now the cameras are here, they have seen you people, and we expect you to be active anyway when you go back. And so you'll be active in your villages, in your districts. Please be active. That's important. And as you continuously be active, the regime will try and come to grab you. They'll firstly use money. We hope that you will not fall for that money. They will come with promises. You have seen some of our colleagues who in the past have crossed having been promised things. And so they go on TV and speak lots of ridiculous things because they have been promised. We are going to give you 100 million, we are going to give you a car, and all of these different things. And they say, now we have deposited 1 million with you. The 99 is coming. They go on TV, speak lots of ridiculous things. 6 months down the road, the money that was promised to them is not given to them. And then they come back in the media and they say, these people, they used us, they promised me money and a house and so on, they have not given me those things. Have you seen those people? Because the regime is not interested in enriching you, they want to use you. And so they will put you before the media and you will say all manner of things. And the promises will not come. That has happened, not once, not twice, so many times. You've seen some of these people. So our hope is that you will be focused. Our hope is that you will look at the bigger picture. Because again, like we are saying, they're not going to ameliorate your life. No, they want to use you. Come dressed in a beret, take pictures with Mike Mukula or whoever, and then they promise you all manner of things. And then tomorrow, those promises don't come and you're thinking, now what do I do? Do I go back to NUP? And now those people don't trust me anymore. These new ones where I have gone, they have not embraced me, they've not delivered on the promises. So you're going to become hot cake. Our hope is that you will not sell your future. Our hope is that you will not sell the people whom you're representing, wherever it is that you come from. Because you're holding those people's hopes in your hands. Of course, we're not telling the people to abandon and abdicate their responsibility as citizens to you. But as leaders, you're the ones showing them direction. And so they look to you. Our hope is that you will not let those people down. Our hope is that you will not fall for the pennies that will be thrown at you. I want to sound a warning to regime operatives and to regime security outfits. Yes, I'm sounding a warning because I'm a leader in this country. So I am in the capacity to say a warning. And our president is going to sound an even more serious warning to them. Because, as he did promise them in our manifesto, promise them an increment. We said that the lowest ranking officer in the military, UPDF, police, prisons will be getting 1 million shillings. And I meet a number of them and they tell us, hey, Banange, when is the promise you people made to us coming? And I tell them that some of your colleagues are the ones who made it difficult by fighting us, who would be in charge, and you would have that promise. And I understand, because in Parliament they're trying to scamp around, and trying to increase the salary for the military because there's a lot of pressure. And so we are telling them we want all of their salaries increased. So there's a lot of pressure happening because of the promise that we made to them through our president. So anyhow, I'm sounding a warning to them. Whichever outfit you are, please obey the law. Do not go after these our leaders, because some of them will want to come to you to intimidate you. You know, when money fails, when they try to buy you and you refuse, then they will begin to intimidate you. They want to arrest you, to torture you. That has happened to some of our leaders. You find the coordinator is meeting people at his home actually. 5 or 10 of them, they come and pick them up and beat them up. So I want to sound a warning to security operatives. Please don't operate beyond your reach. Operate within the law. We are a recognized legal entity in this country, a fully registered political party with the right to operate. So if anything, you should be providing security to these leaders as opposed to going out to antagonize them. So I want to put them on notice. Any individual, because we are going to be taking on individuals, whether you are police, military, or whatever the case might be, that we want to antagonize our leaders, to brutalize them. We are coming after you individually. Yeah. Because this whole collective responsibility thing, it should be a thing of the past. Yes, we shall take on the institution, whether it be police or UPDF or whatever the case might be, but you, the individuals who commit these crimes, we are going to come after you, legally and otherwise. And we have that capacity, and so we shall come after you. So our hope is that they will behave. Our hope is that our leaders will go out there, connect with their people, and do the job that we expect them to without any interferences. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of propaganda, and it's going to increase against us as a party, against us as leaders, and the only reason it will increase is because they are feeling the pressure. Oh yes, they're feeling it. They might pretend that they don't feel it. But whenever you see a lot of propaganda, you know that they are feeling the pressure. They are seated on a hot plate. So let's intensify that heat. Let's take it a notch higher. And let's not fall for this propaganda. Let's not be diverted. Because sometimes this propaganda is to divert us. When they see now there's a lot of pressure even in the population, then they'll throw some things all over the place, propaganda. Let's not focus so much on that. Let's focus on the work that we ought to do. Let's go and connect with our people. Let's go and we mobilize. Let's go and recruit people. Because the exercise that you are going to do, as has been tasked, is to go and register our members. At district level, go deep in the villages. You know, whenever we travel with our president, we go deep in villages and find old women there saying, people power, our power. And we say, hey, how did this one get to know? Our people know. Because they want different, they want better. So let's go out there and be focused. Let's not be derailed by some of this propaganda all over the place. It's happening because of the pressure we are exerting. So let's exert even a lot more pressure. And let's focus on the goal. I want to thank you once again for coming. I want to thank you for your commitment. We believe that you're going to press through and we shall deliver. A time is going to come when we shall be meeting to ask, how did we do it? Because we are going to do it. It's going to happen. We look at stories that we admire. In South Africa, they fought against apartheid for a long time. It struggled and struggled. But the time came and they made it. In the West, our brothers and sisters, blacks, were ill-treated as slaves, but they fought and fought and fought until the time came and they got their freedom. So let's keep fighting, use every avenue we have within the law and otherwise, fight for our freedom. It is a clarion call placed against us even by the Constitution. Mr. President, as I end, I've seen some new leaders that have come. Let me introduce, she was here speaking to the team yesterday, our Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General, who is also a woman MP for Butambala, the Honorable Aisha Kabanga. We are going to be joined by another Hajati, the woman member of Parliament for Kampala, the Honorable Shamin Balende. Doing good work within the courts to see to it that our people are free. I know I have been asked by the media that media houses have bulletins, Uganda and so on, but we'll connect with you after here for those Uganda bites. For now, the whole of Uganda is here. Because if I speak Uganda from here, love to speak
Yes,
Acholi.
uri ku Map
I
Media
love to speak
TV
Lango.
Nagaron the
I love to speak
transporter
Nyankole.
bamenja
I
kusaba
love to speak
abategeeza
Musoga
obulanti twaza
and
the
all
live
your other
tuli ku
languages.
kitebe kye
And time is not
Kamwoti
enough, even though I know a few of those languages. So we'll keep it English for now, and then
Map.
afterwards we'll
Yeah.
connect with you after here. Please do allow me to invite our Deputy President in charge of Western Uganda, the Honorable Jolie Mugisha. You're welcome.
Uri ku Map Media TV.
People power. People power. NUP. Everywhere. Kabare.
NUP.
Chisoro.
NUP.
Arua.
NUP.
Padero.
NUP.
Mbare.
NUP.
And everywhere.
NUP.
Your Excellency, the Secretary General, Law, the Leader of Opposition, and your team from Parliament, all of you leaders, the mayors, the governors, and all of you here present today. My name is Jolie Mugisha. I have to introduce myself because perhaps those of you who come from other areas don't know me, and the members of the press, of course. I lead the team from Western Uganda to this level. I thank God that we have come to this historical event because we have been here for a few years, but this is the first time we are hosting a team of registrars from across the country. We are hosting all the sub-regional coordinators. We are hosting all of you leaders that are here today. I thank God that we are here, and I know that from today you are taking up the leadership of driving the vehicle that is going to take us to State House. You are the driver. And after all that has been said, I just want to add my voice to say that now that you are given the keys, those of you know how to drive. You know when you push a key, when you get the key, and you turn on, you see a red light. All of you are wearing red, most of you today. Make sure your engines are on. Go out, and they have talked about you going to be intimidated. Yes, I know. I want to give you just one simple method of overcoming intimidation. Temptation is going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. Even us at our level, yesterday, I talked about the time when I was, when I almost fell in temptation. I want to share with you what I did, so that if it ever happens to you, don't sit there. I know now they have even added on a new number of the assistant RDCs or, those people who intimidate you out there. Now, if it happens and another DC comes, assistant police or whatever, just pick up your phone and call somebody. I want to share my experience. When I almost sat in a vehicle, the vehicle was already parked at my house to go to Wachtoland for me. I thought I was proudly going to do something that was going to help our party. Because these people come in different forms. Others will beg you, others will confuse you, others will intimidate you. You know what I did? I picked up my phone and called the Secretary General. I told him, you know what, I'm going to watch. So, say, what are you going to do to watch? I told him they have called me. He said, what? I said, the vehicle is parked outside. And she told me, run, run, run. I had already brushed my shoes, my handbag was ready, and my beautiful stage was prepared. And I know some of you are going to fall in that kind of temptation. So if it ever happens, ladies and gentlemen, just pick up your phone and share. And those of you have an opportunity to go to the radio, talk about it, call somebody, share it out. And as sure as I'm standing here, those people are going to leave you alone. I'm not going to take time because all has been said. That is just one simple trick of overcoming their bullying. They are not going to stop. Even the lowest level, because the lowest will be handled by the lowest. The chairman, the LC1, the whoever women councils, those people are going to come. So don't avoid, just confront them with information which you have been given here. Since you are the driver, you should know how to drive. Otherwise, there is a lot that we are going to do together. I know my colleagues are not here. I'm sure you have been seeing me seated there along with the president, my two colleagues, Dr. Ina Zegiga from Northern Uganda, Honorable Nandeshe for Eastern Uganda. You know what happened to our other brother. So if it could happen to him, what about you? Now go and take care. So I bring their apologies, those two. They have not been able to be with us today. Dr. Zedriga is out of the country and Honorable Nandeshe is committed with parliamentary work, but they are with us, Your Excellency. We are looking forward to the time when we are all going to be complete again. So I pray, Your Excellency, that the people of Central Uganda, you work hard so that they can pick another one from there, so that the number can be complete. Otherwise,
Yes, uli ku Map Media TV nange Rondi Transporter tuli ku party structure mu bufunza okugula road map kyekigenda maaso wanene ku national platform okuviira ddala olunaku lwejjo byadde bigenda mu maaso gumunange kuuma era president yaddako okwogera mu kadde akatono nnyo. President yaddako okwogera mu kadde akatali kawala nnyo. So kankusembereze wali kumpi kokko okulina n'ekituuti ate wonoosobola omwekkaanyuza.
Go out and use the information. Go out and give the example. You know, I was whispering to the treasurer that if people join us because they have seen others or they have admired you, what is it as a registrar? What is it as a regional coordinator? What is it that you have as the district coordinator that is going to woo other people to join you? You must be the example, right? You must, there are a lot of things you can do. Talk well-informed information, dress well, today I'm not wearing my head, but appear the way other people are going to see you and then get attracted to the party. Your Excellency and members, I want to thank the funders. I want to thank the organizers of this program. I want to thank everyone that has been here, that has made this program a success. Mr. Kanabi, the other day, Honorable here talked a lot of English. And I made an observation and a request that this kind of training now trickles down to either first of all to the sub-regional level, then to the districts, because a one-time training is not enough. I want to believe that these members can use some more training, because even myself, I know I've been supervising, I've been moving around, but some questions I may not be able to answer. For instance, a member was asking about what do we do when one loses a card. For instance, I know even the offices now that are located in the districts and in the regions, they are registering. I don't remember hearing you telling us what we are going to do with those people who are registering now. There are even people in the diaspora whom we have given cards. What do we do? So please let this kind of training trickle down. Let all of us get the information. Let all of us read more, and then lead by example. Without taking a lot of your time, Your Excellency, thank you for coming. Members, please clap for him. Thank you for taking time off your very busy schedule, because when you come, each time you are in the house, the moods are different. Just turn around, look around and see people's faces. People are yearning to hear from you. People, I don't know whether they enjoy your smile or whatever, but people really love you. You know politics. We are doing politics, right? You know politics. The other day when they were talking about some members of our group wanting to overthrow you, you know what I told them? I said, can that man come and start? You people who have ever been to Mbarara, before you enter Mbarara from Masaka side, there is where there is an emblem, what should have been an emblem of Angole. It's called Amahembe Gate there. I told them, I said, let this man you are talking about walk from Amahembe Gate to the post office. And I see how many people are going to wave or even to smile at you. Your Excellency, you don't know how much children love you, women, not the bad way. Everybody loves you, Your Excellency. Before I invite you, allow me to congratulate Chairman Kyagulanyi. Please stand up so that people, even when they have already seen you, let people clap for you. You have, and all the men in the house, in this place, in our party, who have wedded. Honorable Nyeko, did you wed? Oh, all of you who have wedded. Because this is a demonstration that our party is led by very serious, committed people. Because you cannot lead a nation if you cannot control your family. So thank you so much, Chairman Nyanzi. You are, the young people can see after you. Those of you, in fact, I have a few weddings in my region, which I am going to ask the concerned people to come to invite all of you, because this is a mobilization too. Thank you, Chairman. Your Excellency, please let the members receive you. I can see they are growing impatient.
We know it too, we know it too. We know it too, we know it too. We know it too, Kyagulanyi. Twine Bobby Kyagulanyi. Twine Bobby Kyagulanyi. Twine Bobby Kyagulanyi.
Twine Msimbuzi wetu. Welcome, Your Excellency, Mr. Msimbuzi.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy. People power! Our power! It's not time to sit down yet. People power! Our power! Our power! People power! NUP! Everywhere! Everywhere! NUP! Iyo, amba! 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 NUP we! Amba! People power we! Amba! Asante sana! Amba! Iyo, amba! Coordinator we! Amba! Webale sewo! Amba! Asante sana! Amba! Iyo, amba! Northern Uganda! Amba! Akoyo tutwa! Amba! Akoyo mate! Amba! Iyo, amba! Aba westi! Amba! Webale muno! Amba! Oya bakabi! Amba! Iyo, amba! Aba isa! Amba! Webale ino! Amba! Manyarana! Amba! Iyo, amba! Iyo, amba! Iyo, amba! Iyo, amba! People power! Our power! NUP! And everywhere! Adui nani? Adui Bosco mwenyewe. 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 Tusonge mbele, tusonge mbele nabii, tusonge mbele, tusonge mbele nabii, tusonge mbele. Ladies and gentlemen, while you're still standing, I want us to once again give respect and pay tribute to our brother Nachoto Machete, who just passed away a while ago, who was murdered in freezing blood, not cold blood, but freezing blood. I want us to give him a huge round of applause, because even in heaven where he is, I know that he will be listening to us. So give him a big round of applause. Don't stop. This is for you, Comrade Nachoto, for you, Machete, and all the comrades in Karamoja, in northern Uganda, all over the country. We appreciate you, we rate you, we remember you, and we will never forget you. May your soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you very much, and please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. I was preempted by the brother, and I'm glad that he said it again, but it was my intention to mention it today, that we intend to pay full, well-deserved respect to our brother by also painting his noble picture on our wall of martyrs, because he deserves it. Madam Deputy President, our Secretary General, our spokesperson and leader of our parliamentary team, our mobilization secretary, Madam Deputy SG, members of parliament, members of NEC, fellow leaders in all capacities, I salute you. Allow me also to thank our very good friends, the Friedrich Naumann Foundation for Freedom in Africa, for making this engagement possible and helping us launch this drive. I want in a very, very special way to thank all of you, the leaders, but most importantly, you, the coordinators. My thanks should come from the lowest leader coming up. Thank you very much for the commitment. Thank you very much for the volunteering. And above all, thank you very much for risking. It's a very big risk for you to stand on the right side of history in this time and era. It is more of a death wish for you to stand against General Museveni, who executes people in cold blood and appoints no and accounts to no one. But to see that you, comrades, put faith over fear, to see that you still envision a new Uganda, even where it is challenging, even where our odds seem insurmountable. I salute you very, very much. Thank you very much for standing for this cause. Now, while we are here, friends, we are a representation of very many people. I'm sure each one of you, every time you move in your constituencies, in your different regions, you find people that are so sold into this cause. This cause, we did not start it, ladies and gentlemen. No. It was started by our forefathers. Some people actually doubted General Museveni as early as 1986. Now they are proving themselves right. We were convinced by the lies of General Museveni. Our parents were. Some of us held him in very high regard. I mean, we have comrades amongst us who were named after Museveni. I always tell my friends I was named after Robert Mugabe because he was a prized revolutionary back then. When I was born, my parents thought that the person to name their child after was Robert Mugabe. See where he ended up. Our leader of opposition was named after Yoweri Museveni. But see what Museveni turned into. So this, we did not start it, ladies and gentlemen. We are inheriting a struggle. We give credit to the great freedom fighters like Paul Kawanga Semogede, like Dr. Kiza Besigye. They started it. Our duty is to end it. Our duty is to finish it. That is what we must promise ourselves. Freedom in our lifetime, democracy in our lifetime, the rule of law in our lifetime, and we must achieve that by the grace of God. But even if we say by the grace of God, we must know in the Baganda culture they say Katonda ayamba yeyambe. God only helps those who help themselves. My mother used to teach me that God can only do for you what he can do through you. What God cannot do through you, he will not do for you. So it is your duty to let God help you using you. I'm very glad we are here and we all seem to understand that. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to drive a point that we, much as we are here, much as we are the National Unity Platform, we are actually not a political party. I know that sounds convincing, but I'm very serious. We are not a political party. We just have a political party. We are people power. We are the representation of those masses yearning for change. And we started out as a team of people, the men, the women, the young, the old, the educated, the uneducated, the city dwellers and the rural dwellers, all Ugandans from all walks of life, coming together with a vision of creating a nation, the same vision that was present at independence, the vision of our forefathers, creating a nation that would make life better and admirable for the next generation. We are that generation that was supposed to realize it. We have not yet realized it. That's why we're not giving up. So we are not as small as a political party. We are a representation of a cause. We are people power. We introduced the National Unity Platform as our political wing. And for us, the National Unity Platform is the organized wing of people power. The thoughtful wing of people power. The leading wing, the guiding wing of people power. Everybody out there is people power. We must never lose that. There have been so many political parties that have come up. There was the Democratic Party. It was the representation of democracy, the representation of the ideals of the people. You know how it ended up. There was the UPC, there was the FDC. You know how it all ended up. So we must not be another opposition political party. No, we are a cause. We have an agenda. We have a desire. We have a dream. Which dream is not only limited to we the leaders, but a dream of the people of Uganda, the young and the old. So they are looking at us with a lot of hope, which hope we must never disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. So knowing that we are not just a political party, it should also inform us that this is actually not politics as usual. This is a revolution. It's not politics as usual. Because if it was politics as usual, we would be free people, freely doing what we are entitled to do under the law. But we cannot achieve that. So we must treat this as the real struggle that it is, as the revolution that it is. And we must not settle, especially we the leaders. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, a revolution or a struggle cannot succeed on only admiration alone, or on only the hope alone, or only the tiredness alone. Wherever you go, I was in Busoga yesterday, and you think the people of Busoga are the most tired, but go to northern Uganda, go to western Uganda, come to the central, they are thinking the same. Everywhere we go, there are masses and masses of people. Something that has not happened in our generation. There's so much power out there. But like one advert told us, power is nothing without control. Power is nothing without guidance, without direction. The Pan-Africans keep teaching us that we should not agonize alone. We should organize. Because the future belongs to the organized. If we don't organize, we will continue moving in circles. So you here are the organizing wing. There's so much power out there. There's so much support out there. But how do we harness it? It is like the rain. This day out here keeps flowing rainwater. But if you don't put if you don't put gutters, the water will fall everywhere. But if you put gutters, we shall be able to guide our water to a tank or wherever we want that water. And ultimately, we shall harvest that water. The support that people have given us, that is their role. The chanting, the waving, the votes that they give us, and all the massive nationwide support, that is the wealth, that is the power that they give us. That is their role. What is our role? Is to bring it together, to harness it, to collect it, to make sure we bring it to a logical conclusion. What is that logical conclusion? Kicking out the dictator, but not only that, but building a new country, building a new leadership. Who are those leaders? You, nobody else. So we have a big duty to bring that resource together, that support together. That is our duty here. That is why we are organizing. Because you will go to Karamoja, you will go to Kuru, and you'll find young men and women, even old ones, supporting us massively. But if we don't find a way of harnessing that support, it will pass like that. That is why we are here. And we are organizing not only for an election. Yes, we are a political party that organizes for elections, that organizes for democracy, if there's democracy. But even with this deceitful semblance of democracy, we can maximize it when we organize, because ultimately, even if Museveni dies tomorrow, ultimately we shall go to the polls. Ultimately, there will be elections. Even if they do their crook business of the son trying to overtake the father, we shall finally keep both of them away, or the whole family. But even when they tell us that there was divine intervention and the entire house burnt up, still we would have to go to elections. That is why I am calling for constant organizing, so that when that time comes, whether it comes tomorrow or next week or next year, it finds us ready and organized. So you comrades are the organizing wing of us. Think as if we don't reach what we want to reach tomorrow, we'll die. But imagine that we are going to live forever, because this party is going to live forever. It's going to live beyond me, beyond you. It is for our children, our children's children, and the next generation of Ugandans, especially if we start it on a moral ground, if it's worth following. And that is possible, comrades. So let us organize our people. Let us organize them for two things: a revolution and a revolution. What do I mean? A revolution even before elections, because it's possible. But even when 2026 comes, before Museveni is kicked out, let us be ready to take him to the polls. Let us be ready on our side to ensure that every T is crossed and every I is dotted. So let us organize, organize, organize. Ensure that in your region, in your constituency, in your area of jurisdiction, there is absolute organizedness. I must add that we might organize, we might build structures which Museveni vulgarizes all the time, but if we are connected with our people, then we can outsmart them. Like we have done in the past, we can do it even smarter and better and get better results than we got last time. So comrades, let's put the idea of organizing in our mind. I've already told you we have massive support, but you guys are the harvesters. Your duty is to harvest that support, because if you don't harvest it,
then we are not doing a good service to our country. I want to call upon you leaders, especially you, the coordinators, the focal people, and the registrars. Avoid infighting. The Secretary General mentioned it, and I have to emphasize it, that we have been plagued with infights, sometimes brought in by prospective candidates. Oh, I want to run in this area, so nobody else should be working with the registrar or the coordinator. You are working for the people of Uganda. You are working for the party, not for an individual, not for a candidate. We have not selected candidates, and even when candidate selection comes, you know the process that we go through. So if you as a coordinator who's supposed to be serving other people, you reduce yourself to serving one person, that is corruption. And you know exactly how we deal with corrupt people. Comrades, it is important for us to build and not destroy. Let us our recent 2021. I was in Busoga yesterday, and as we all saw, massive support. But have you asked yourself how we ended up not getting enough MPs from Busoga? Yes, there was massive rigging. Yes, for example, comrades like Master Warukamba, who are clearly rigged out with all the other forms showing how we, but she was rigged out. But also the infights played a huge role. I'm requesting of you, comrades, when we go out there, we have a duty. Even if you, your individual part of yourself, you're not winning for yourself, you're winning for the people of Uganda and for your party. So let us learn from our history if we must do better in the future. I will remind you that now that we're tasking you out there officially, you are official targets of the regime to compromise, to intimidate, and to buy. You will remember that when we started the People Power Movement, before we had coordinators, we were like water. We were amorphous. The regime did not know where to touch. But when we announced our coordinators, then the regime, put aside a huge amount of money just to buy and compromise our coordinators. That is their modus operandi. It has never stopped. I can guarantee you that even by the end of this event, the regime will have started, encircling people to compromise. I have seen them compromising some of our leaders, some of our former leaders. Of course, some we have already doubted them and we leave them of their duties. But the regime wants to put a narrative that all of us are buying. I was even seeing a man that I used to respect, Mike Mukola, doing immoral things. Yes, you can buy the person, but you know as a leader that it is immoral and illegal for you to take over a registration book of a different political party. But Mike Mukola was proudly swinging his thumb with our register. Anyway, that's how immoral they are. I don't have to address them. I want to address you. Comrades, what the regime wants from you is not your support. All they want is your credibility. That is all they want from you. I'm very glad my unbelievably honest Deputy President told you that story. That's why Comrade Sasso was laughing. That's true. Because she was innocently thinking, she was called by Museveni when I was under house arrest. And said, but you are an elder. Come, let's talk about that young man's release. That's all she wanted is a president to be out. So she said, yeah, if me talking to Museveni will cause him to behave like a mature man, why not? Thank God, she's always consulting. She couldn't call me because my phones were off. She called the SG. That's when the SG reminded her. She said, oh. So some of you might even be innocently convinced, and you say, oh, let me just listen to what they're saying. Like some people in Busoga, were telling me that some of their leaders came to them and told them that they are going to see the president. And for them, they know one president, the one talking to you. Before long, they were before Mike Mukula. So be very cautious. All these people want is a picture with you, and that's it. All they want is your credibility. And you know what happens to all those people that sell out. Because this is not Kyagulanyi's struggle. It is not a Rubongoya struggle. It is not a Senyonyi struggle. It is not a Kayemba struggle. It is a struggle of the oppressed people of Uganda. And when they see you selling out, you can imagine what they feel. I've told you many times that even if it's me, who you think people love so much, if I change my words, it will not take 24 hours and they will be looking at me like a Ofono Pondo. So please be true to the pain of the people, to the trust of the people. Trust is the most important thing that you have as a leader. And hope is the most valuable thing that you carry on behalf of your people. So imagine crushing that hope. Imagine what people will think of you. So comrades, this, I cannot overemphasize on that. But, I mean, you know that after they take your credibility, you won't have any difference from these, although rich, but people that have zero respect. The Mukulas of this world, the Nabanjas of this world, the Balams of this world, etc., etc., etc. Comrades, I've talked about this, I've talked about that, I've reminded you of how we are the embodiment of the aspirations of the people of Uganda. And you out there who are charging you to go there and be the representation. You are NUP there. You are People Power there. You are Kyagulanyi there. You are all of us there. Go there with full confidence. Because we are standing with you. You are representing us. We look at you very proudly. Don't undermine yourself. Don't think of yourself as any less. If you doubt, see how the regime is going to be fearing you in your so-called smallness. You might think you're a small man or woman, but the way the regime is going to be looking at you, the way the regime is going to be fearing you, but most importantly, the way the regime is going to be trying to befriend you and compromise you, that should tell you of how important you are. It is at this juncture that I want to announce that we are soon going to be starting the phase 2 of our nationwide tour, and we are coming to you. We are coming to you not technologically, physically. Those in Mbale were coming to eat malewa. Those in Western Uganda were coming to eat shawe. Those in Jinja were coming to eat maido. Those in Central Uganda, we are coming to you. Everywhere we are coming to you physically. So please go and set the ground. Go and make preparations. We are coming to turn that constituency upside down. We are coming to them. So with those few remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite the Secretary General, and I want to say that I hereby launch the nationwide membership registration drive, and let's get to work.
Oli ku Map Media TV nange Ron the Transporter.
Thank you very much. I was trying to insist that the Secretary General registers me as the first person, but he and his friend have insisted that I take the honors, and I will oblige. Thank you very much. People power. Our power. People power. DJ, you'll play for us our anthem as the president gets to register in our card symbolically. But I also want to recognize the arrival of Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi. I see him there. And Mr. President, I want to appreciate two people in a special way. Our organizing secretary, Dr. Kanavi Moses, and Madam Sarah, Comrade Sarah. Where is she? Sarah over there, who have been making sure that everything goes very, very well. Honorable Balimwezo Subuga has just arrived also from Nakawa East constituency. Thank you very much. DJ. A number is here, that is the phone number. DJ.
We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, you shall wear the victor's crown in a new Uganda. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown in a new Uganda.
People power! Our power! People power!
All right.
Everywhere!
That is our vibrant Deputy Secretary General. Comrades, having launched this, I hereby task you and charge you to go and register Ugandans. But don't only register them, charge them, preach to them, and make them ready revolutionary soldiers to remove the dictator.
Now the President will proceed. The President will proceed to dispatch the materials which are going to be used in this registration exercise. Organizing Secretary, Mobilization Secretary, Deputy President, Amajore, please go.
Oli ku Map Media TV Nangero the Transporter. Oli ku Map Media TV Nangero the Transporter.
The function is still going on. The President right now is dispatching off these materials which are going to be used to register members, which include membership cards and other materials for people to be put in the register. We are going to count. As DJ again a maso semo. From 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. People power! Our power! As the media can see, these are going everywhere. Jatabela County, Usu County, and the President will hand over a batch of cards
so n'olwekyo kino ekirungi
bannange munsonyiwe nadde mutuzi lwa musiki ebadde ayitamu musiki oyo eyabadde ayitamu alina copyright music present yenna alina copyright so tumyutinga musonyiwa mu youtube wano wa youtubers mukimanyi okumyutinga kiki kyetubatutegeeza katubizeeho nabisha mumalendo
wetabiddwako sekretary general n'abakulembeze ab'enjawulo so n'olwekyo olina mumanyi nti kikolebwa olunaku olwaleero wano e Makerere so n'olwekyo abantu bena abali eyo tubakyali bamugamba kintu kimu okusingira ddala obubaka bwetusinga okubeera nabo wano.
So please bear with us. We are going to deal with one region at a time. And we are going to follow 4 sub-regions at a time because we have 4 members in the desk. Are we listening? Each region has a maximum of 5 sub-regions, not so? So we are going to follow 4 sub-regions per district to deal with the transport and the materials. Please stay seated. After having your lunch, come back here and then we'll start the distribution of materials and the transport paper.
bannange ebyendawulo bibiri kino kibeera ku national youth platform ewala tetumanyi batya bwe kikola.
Mayor Kalumo from Global Division come and bless the meeting.
Before we bless the meeting, there is a council from Mr. Kanabi.
akadde kati kakyamisana akadde kamalya ga kyamisana njagala basakira ggulire eriri wano nga liri wano
Ozo oli bw'aba asazeewo okontributingira ekibiina era ekyo nakyo ne kifuna risiiti sente ezo ne zisobola okujja erekero lyaffe. Mwebale nnyo. Baregisitra tubasabye ekisooka balina okweyingiza mu ntalo za bannabyabufuzi kubanga bano balina okukola n'abantu bonna bonna. So gwe buba oli regisitra wa constituency yaffe yatuddayo abantu 3 oba 4 abegwanira ekifo tetwagala obeere kusayingira omuntu omu omulala twagala osabinga abantu bonna bonna naye n'ekirala kitwogeddeko ffenna ffenna bano abantu ekibuga wemmanyi egenda batuukirira egezeeko bagula tubasabye tebakikola kubanga bonna bebase bagula fasoboli tebalina kyebajjamu naye n'ekirala sente ze bakozesa okulaba abantu ekisooka babawaako obuswazi ne babalimbalimba tebagenda abawa endala naye tebabibawa byonna byonna naye n'okusingira ne baali badde bazibawa sente zamiwa omusolo ezaali badde zikola enguudo ezaali badde zimakinga sure nti omuntu afuna akabenje afuna eddwaliro n'ebirala ekyo ebadde ensonga y'okubiri naye semberayo ddala twekola n'amaanyi abafuzi bya bulijjo nga tuzimba bano justi tuyambamu okukuganyiza naye mulamu okutuliko lwa people power kansabe alwokuwate nga wali omwogezi waffe naye ayogereko.
Okay, so yes, mulabye omukolo tutongozza registrars zaffe era aba registrars n'abakulembeze baffe abalala basindise okugenda okuregistaringa bammemba b'ekibiina. Kino kikulu kubanga bwe tunamaliriza feezi eyo ate tugenda ku party structures nga already kakati bamemba tubamanyi bye tulina mu registars zaffe bwe tubyotambulirako okuzimba party structures engeri yonna. Abantu bano nga tubakwasa materials okugenda nazo okusookera ddala tubasabye babeere beesimbu babeere abakulembeze abaddala kulembeze kakati be bambasada b'ekibiina be bambasada ba pulezidenti waffe eyo mu byalo gye bagenda okubeera balina okweyisa obulungi abantu balabe nti bano abakulembeze baddala bajja kusobola otwala eggwanga lyaffe mu maaso bulungi era babeere beesimbu mukwasaganya registers zaffe tubasabye babeere n'obuvumu bagenda kutiisibwa bajja gezaako okubagula nga muze mubiraba awo no bamuguze simanya nasabitiiro ne regisita zaffe naki basabye babeere beesimba oli bw'aba alaba nti buvunaanyizibwa bumuyitiriddeko regisita yaffe agikomyewo naye n'agenda esayidi gy'ayagala okugenda naye bajja kikola nnyo ati regime abantu bano ebe batagetinga nnyo kula nti ebagula abatagala kugulibwa bajja gezaako kubatiisatiisa basiba naki era nga twagala okuwoninga security outfits zonna abamagye polisi n'abalala mutambulire ku mateeka fe tuli kibiina ekiwandiike ekikola emirimu gyakyo mutuufu nga bwe kirina okubeera bano bakulembeze ba kibiina bagenda kujja ebyalo abaseringa abantu
Yes, obadde mulabi mulungi Omap Media TV kankusibulire wano eno then tujja kuba tuyongera ku updates endala ebisinga byonna mu buwandiike. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale ddala. Amanya eddoboozi sigadde ndi Rondi Transporter.